पश्यदति दुर्गानि विश्वा श्यामद्देवो अतिदुरितात्यग्निः रत्नोषिकमीढ्यो अध्वरेषु सनाथ होतानव्यश्च सत्सि स्वाञ्चाग्ने तनुवं पिप्रयस्वा स्वभ्यञ्च सौभगमायजस्व गोभिर्जुष्टमयुजो निषिक्तं तवेन्द्र विष्णोरनुसञ्चरेम नाकस्य पृष्ठमभि संवसानो वैष्णवीन् लोक इह मादयन्ताम् कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारी धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गिः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
ईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरा गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Invoking the blessings of the Lord, our master teacher, invoking the blessings of our teachers who are here, I start off by welcoming you for Speed 2025, which we have deliberately put as version 2.0, because it's the first time that we're having Speed a second time in the same year because of a lot of requests and the exams as they have panned out for both DM and DNB courses. We are celebrating the 100 years of Bhagwan. Can I have my slides on the screen, please? Switch it to my PowerPoint. So we are celebrating the 100 years of Bhagwan Baba, his advent, 1926 to 2025-26. And we begin this year of celebration, as I said, with the enormous emphasis that Baba always gave on education, on providing water and health. These were the three things that we had our erstwhile President Abdul Kalam ji saying that they are the three missiles that Baba has sent across to the world. Sathya Sai Institute, Sathya Sai organization has always been about love in action. Swami always believed in the word love and in always keeping the patients about technology. That's something that all our teachers, Dr. Das sir, Barua sir, Iyer sir, Panikar sir, all my teachers here have always taught that keep technology always secondary to the human over which it is applied. Swami was about Karma Yoga in action. It is impossible to talk about 250 years and more of 25 years and more, maybe 56 years if you take all the hospitals together of healthcare and probably more than 10 lakh patients who have been treated. So it's difficult to put it all in one slide, but just to tell you that for those who do not know about Puttaparthi, it is, if you've seen the video that came before this, it was considered to be a stone's throw away from Stone Age. From there to bring it up to what it is today, and I wish you all go for Swami's birthday and see it yourself on 23rd November. It is really something which Swami has brought. That is his biggest miracle. More than any locket or ring that he created, Puttaparthi is probably his biggest miracle. And that we are discussing this today on the day of what is called as the Global Akhand Bhajan. That is today and tomorrow across the world. There will be 24-hour bhajans starting from 6 p.m. to tomorrow 6 p.m. as part of the birthday celebrations. It goes on across the world, across 180 countries simultaneously for their time zones. That is, it goes for 24 hours. Another thing that happened this year, very significant, was a very wonderful exposition of preventive health and like preventive cardiology, which we did in collaboration with the World Health Federation. This was just last month, a month and a half back, where we had Jagat Narula sir also joining us from the World Health Federation. And this was one of the biggest conferences that he said he had actually spoken about it. And in his own post in LinkedIn, he has said how he's been absolutely moved with that, because the World Health Federation for the first time actually collaborated. He's the second president of the World Health Federation from India as such. So this was the first time that, such a big conference was held, more than 10,000 10,000 people involved in it. And when he has been there, he's actually put it in LinkedIn how he was moved by it. Coming back to our speed, this is in its 10th year now. And this is the first time, as I said, that we're having it as a second time in the same year. We had one in March 2025. We had something like 280 registrations, of whom more than 180 are in the group, in our WhatsApp group. And we hope this hall will be full in another 1 hour. The only thing that has kept us going is our support from our teachers and, of course, from you all, basically, because we expect that we should not see you again in the next session of speed. My teacher, we all are taught scalars and vectors. So speed is a scalar, but the man who gave it direction was Dasar for us. And basically, he went with his teachers, that is our teachers' guidance, that it's right up there, that healthcare and education should just be provided free for the asking. There is no concept. We all used to have these evening sessions where, when we were students, when sir used to teach outside students, outside, quote unquote. But he always used to say there are no our students and other students. All of us here are such a size students. Anybody who steps into this portal is a such a size student. So we had no concept of external observers and internal observers and all that. There's nothing like that. The only thing, as I said, is don't come back to speed as a student, come back here as a faculty. This is our daily morning routine, still continues. This was Sir's vision. We still have this going on. I come from Bombay. I did my MD there, MBBS there. I've not seen most institutes have this. I have spoken to a lot of our teachers also, and I can vouch saying that it's there in very few institutes where every morning starts off with a joint session between two institutes over Skype or over Teams or whatever. So we have this every single day, even now. We have cases discussions, we have journal clubs, we have, uh, whatever, cat meets, etc. Every single day. The whole idea why we thought speed should happen, and this is again into its concept 10-12 years back, was that we needed to have more of problem oriented decision making. Sir used to always say what you know in your mind should find the correct expression on the tip of the tongue. We should be very rational in how we discuss our differential diagnosis, because exposure is not the same in all institutes. We realize that across country, across, it's not possible to have the same level of expertise, that have the same level of exposure to cases, clinical cases. So that's the whole point why we are just trying to bring everything under one roof, years of knowledge. We'll have more teachers joining us. But the whole idea is to get, you're not going to be examined by one person in the exam. It's four. It's going to be 9 people here at a time. So that's how you tend to think, and your scope of DD increases. The representation has been across the country. Every faculty who's sitting here, who will be sitting here on the front row, has been a doyen in their field. And they've been our teachers, they've been our examiners. So it brings along more than, I don't know, in pack years when we used to say cigarettes, right? It's like that. You're bringing in more than 500 years of experience when you have 50 years per person. Every faculty here is going to examine you. It's not that who's sitting here is only one. We're going to have mics here who's going to be, they're going to come in as well. This is something which also has been recognized by the Karnataka Medical Council. We have an internal observer, the person sitting right here, that is Baba. And we have an external observer from the KMC, uh, who will be joining us. So we'll all be given four credit hours. Our internal observer is always there, who's been guiding us for the last 100 years or more. Strengths of speed, I've always spoken about this. So this is basically our vision, Sir's vision. A very single slide on the kind of pattern of examinations that we have. As students, we used to have 4 cases. I came from the pattern that changed. 2012, when I gave my exam, that was the first year it changed. So this is the pattern that's generally followed now. Our teachers can correct me if it's anyway different. Generally, it's 300 marks. We split as 100, 100, and 100. OSCE type is either 20 questions into 5 or 25 into 4 marks, that is 100 marks. There are 2 cases. Generally, it is a virtual. It was virtual during COVID, but now it is 2 physical cases, or one virtual, one physical. That is 50-50 each. It's considered as an intermediate case, 45 minutes. So please know in your center what is the timing that you need to go, because they might call you for actual presentation earlier. That's another 100. And spotters is, you have ward rounds of 40 and 15 into 4 stations. It's like how we used to give for PLAB, if anyone's given that. It's like 4 stations, each one is 15, 15, 15. So overall, you need to get 150 out of 300. That's the whole idea. I'll let my teachers do the speaking after this. I welcome you all to speed. Again, speed version 2. Let's make it transformation in action. Thank you so much. I request Iyengar sir to just give us a small briefer on what the examiner expects from you, please. And sir's been a very, very senior teacher in Bangalore. He's somebody who gave me my seat in Sathya Sai because he took my entrance exam for Sathya Sai. Thank you so much.